there a moment that stands out for you as your favorite call?
Well, I mean, it was probably T-Wolves Gaming last year. You know, they were an expansion team. It looked like they were going nowhere as expansion teams go through the ups and downs of starting their first season. And next thing you know, they started on a winning streak. They're into the playoffs. They roll through the playoffs. They win the whole thing. So, and all of a sudden, you know, Bear the Beast is a household name when it comes around the league. When you see these faces on ESPN and Twitch and YouTube and all over these places that people
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Brogdon.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. And for the Bucks, Bledsoe and Middleton, the tandem in the backcourt. Antetokounmpo out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Mercer in at the 3. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fans. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
So the Bucks win the tip. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Brogdon against Bledsoe. Now Brogdon. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Pocket 6. Sabonis kicks to Warren. Puts one up from 19. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, mid-range is where he makes his game. T.J. Warren excellent at utilizing that area of the floor. Offensive plays drawn up for him there.
Cousins. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Mercer. Warren against Middleton. Unloads, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Warren. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Nate McMillan. He mentioned a player who, at times, goes overlooked. Sharpshooting swingman Chris Middleton. Coach said he can give you a quiet 20 without breaking a sweat. And all he wants them to do, Kevin, is keep close track with Middleton all game long.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Oladipo after the miss from Mercer. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by the Bucks.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now, here's Warren. A 26-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. Turner passes to Warren. They grab their own miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. All free throws good from Turner. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Oladipo with the double team. And that one is stuffed right through.
Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
It's good patience from Bledsoe. Good job of contesting the shot and just making sure that the shooter feels him.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 2. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in a rhythm tonight.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Pelicans.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The pass to Warren. Now here's Turner. Just 5 to shoot. It's good.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Antetokounmpo passes to Mercer. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Indiana leading. Now here's Oladipo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Brogdon. Over Bledsoe. And again, it's Indiana.
A good job there. Brogdon doesn't need much room. Has it there from the mid-range and knocks it down.
Here's Mercer. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the night right here. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh or
oh,
to...
Yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
The Pacers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Brogdon's got 5.
Well, a great job by Brogdon there. Terrific at shooting off the dribble and finding some balance.
Milwaukee the rebound. Here's Mercer. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. 8 points for the Beast.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Sabonis. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Up top, Warren. He's guarded by Mercer. For three. Excellent D there for Mercer.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. First in field goal percentage, 8th in rebounding. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. And it's tied up with that one. And here's Oladipo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Oladipo draws the double. Outside Warren. Back to Oladipo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. Off the inbound. No good from Mercer.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Middleton against Warren. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Warren's got 7.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
Mercer passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's the beast. The Bucks working the ball around. Down low. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Here's the beast. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Mercer. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Warren. And there's the pass to McConnell. Now, here's Sabonis. Guarded by Bledsoe. Sabonis against Giannis. Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. Over Middleton, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A different look for Milwaukee. Howard's checked in for Cousins. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Then for the Pacers, Leaf checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Brogdon.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Pass to Leaf. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D from Howard. Here's Mercer. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Out left to the wing. Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded by Hill. McConnell kicks to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Over Mercer. Indiana again missing.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Antetokounmpo passes to Mercer. McDermott with a steal. Now, here's McConnell. Defense right on him. To the paint. Here's Turner. Lays it up and banks it in. Turner's got 6.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Mercer, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
Now here is Holiday. He also had a big impact in that win against the Spurs. From outside, off the mark. Bucks have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Outside Holiday. Back to McConnell. Kicks to Holiday. Pass to Turner. Now here's McDermott, guarded by Mercer. Back to Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. McDermott can't get it to go. Milwaukee in the lead. Passes to Mercer. Goes back up. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it. Substitution here for Milwaukee. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Howard. The Beast comes in for Justice Winslow. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Leaf. TJ Warren comes in for McDermott. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And Brogdon subbed in for TJ McConnell. And he makes the first. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Bledsoe and Middleton, the tandem in the backcourt. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Mercer in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Pelicans lit up the floor. He had 60 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Great open look there. 7 points for Chris Middleton.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And there's Oladipo on the assist from Brogdon. Oladipo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good job by Victor on that one, scoring despite getting whacked. I love how he maintained his balance on that shot. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Warren. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Milwaukee leading by 17.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Oladipo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oladipo, a guy who can live at the line with his power and explosiveness around the glass.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in.
Yeah, and in this quarter. They've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Brogdon with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Oladipo misses.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Now, here's Brogdon. He has 5. And Warren, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You got to be smart sometimes as to when you go inside. TJ Warren patient that time, but not afraid of getting hit.
First trip to the line for him here.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Pacers trail by 20. Brogdon outside. The pass to Oladipo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And it's 9 points for Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened and what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
Here's Brogdon after the made shot from Mercer. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at the Beast. He's currently atop in the Eastern Conference. He's got a lot of fans the world over.
He's got plenty of fans among his fellow players as well. I'm sure he'd be #1 on their ballots if they were voting.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Shots good by Bledsoe.
This offense just continues to impress.
Indiana's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Brogdon against Bledsoe. Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. Dishes to Warren. 6 to shoot. Over Mercer. And the shot by Warren, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
When you just look at the box score right now, he's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 5. Oladipo taking his time here. To end the run. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Mercer passes to Cousins. And it's sent back by Turner. Brogdon outside. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Mercer. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Brogdon. Great D that time for Middleton.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And the first one at the line is good. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Now, here's Sabonis. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Warren, good.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Warren against Bledsoe. Passes it to Mercer. They get a hand on it. Giannis passes to Mercer. Back to Antetokounmpo. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Well, Giannis scores inside. One of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint. And a strong feel for the attack that time.
Now, here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. Oladipo against Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Sabonis kicks to Oladipo. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Shots good by Bledsoe.
But you see how Giannis scans the floor. It's actually easy at his size, involving his guys and showing his ability to pick the defense apart.
Now here's Oladipo. He's got 9.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the one he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after it a little bit.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Cousins. Justice Winslow comes in for the Beast. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Now here's McDermott. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Giannis. He picked up 39 points in their last one against New Orleans.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Dwight Howard. On the wing, Turner. They need this. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's DiVincenzo. He goes up again. And it's sent back by Turner. Tries it again. Offensive rebound. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 5 on the clock. Here's Hill. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, that pick and roll unleashes George Hill's ability to create a little bit more in this offense. He gets into the space he needs that time.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push and try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Warren in at the small forward position. Now, here's Sabonis. Good work there as it goes. Warren's got the first field goal of the second half for Indiana.
Just a natural-born scorer. T.J. Warren is consistent at attacking the defense in all kinds of ways.
Cousins, the pass to Mercer. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 27 points for the Beast.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Brogdon with it. Pass to Sabonis. The dish to Warren. Doesn't go that time. Great tee that time for Mercer. Middleton on the wing. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Cousins, the pass to Mercer. Nice D from Sabonis.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Milwaukee has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Oladipo outside. Got a piece of it. And it's the Bucks on the break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
The Bucks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Brogdon kicks to Turner. Outside Warren. Back to Turner. To halt the run. Good on the three-point shot. Turner's got 9.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
The shot's good for Mercer.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Oladipo. 9 points in the game so far. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And finished off by Oladipo.
One of those guys who you say 6'4" but plays bigger. Oladipo with the strength to finish through the contact.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Brogdon outside. There's the pass to Warren. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That'll be his second foul of the game. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Middleton against Oladipo. Clock at 6. Back to Brogdon. Over Bledsoe. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. The Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Now here's Oladipo. He's covered closely, and the rejection by Mercer. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Pass to Sabonis. He dishes it to Warren. Shot from free throw range. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Mercer passes to Antetokounmpo. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin. Even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's Brogdon. He has 5. Passes it to Sabonis. He kicks it to Warren. Yep, that one goes in there. Warren's got 15 points.
You don't want to give T.J. Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Sabonis following the bucket by the Bucks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Indiana, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Turner. Now, Antetokounmpo, 25 points in the game. Turner with the steal. Up top, Warren. He's covered by Mercer. Warren, good.
Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
Here's the Beast. He's got 36. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Chris Middleton.
We talk a lot about Russell Westbrook and the way that he attacks every game. I think in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo might be the same way, just tenacious and full of energy, and he fills up the stats.
Now, here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Pacers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. The first free throw is good.
Now, Oladipo was the most improved player in 2018, his first season with the Indiana Pacers, after being the second
stories to life.
What's the word on the street from some of the pro players that you've talked to in terms of preparation for this week?
With the NBA 2K League build, it's a special build that you guys at Take-Two Interactive build for the league. So you're going to see some crazy point guard play. You know, we have had a lot of scrimmages leading up to this, and the number one pick, JBM, I mean, he's scoring 40, 50 points a game as a rookie. So if you want to see some high-level point guard play, and if you're on the other side and you love mashing, you're going to get a little bit of both with the
Pacers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. T.J. Warren out there with Turner. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He had 60 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
The Pacers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. Bitadze with the bucket.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Mercer passes to Howard. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Out to the right wing. Inside. And that one's good by Giannis. Giannis has got 13 points in the second half.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Outside Holiday. The pass to McConnell. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game.
Different look for Milwaukee. DJ Wilson comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's the Beast in for Ilyasova. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Sabonis comes in for TJ Leaf. Here's Mercer, and that one is hammered home.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. To the middle. Here's Holiday. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
and so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
That's good from Holiday.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Mercer. Good. The assist goes to Hill. The Beasts got 44.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. McConnell scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5 from 12 feet out. Sabonis, no good. Here's the Beast. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
We've got to rebound the ball. Everybody's come to the paint, but our bigs are getting pushed under. You guys got to hold your ground.
And Greg, he hasn't been happy with how his team has rebounded the ball so far.
Not at all. Just encouraging his guys to just be more physical on the backboard.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Wilson out there with the Beast. Then it's Winslow. Then it's George Hill. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 2. And Indiana shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Pass to Jerome. Deflects the pass. Right Foreman. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Mercer passes to Wilson to the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to McDermott. He can't get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Impeccable from the line since halftime. Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And the first one drops. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Wilson against Warren. Pass to Sabonis from deep. It's good from long range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that, Greg. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Right Foreman, covered by Winslow. Warren, good.
Well, that's his second three of the game. One in the first half, one here.
Here's Mercer. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Jerome passes to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Back to Sabonis. He dishes it to Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Indiana with a new shot clock. Goes back up, and the shot is good. 11 points for Sabonis.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
And the pass to Wilson. To the paint. Here's Mercer. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Wilson. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. With the floater, and it's blocked. Pass to Antetokounmpo, and another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Here's Jerome. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Sabonis with the steal. Ahead. Doubled by Mercer. Passes to Jerome. Here's Sumner. Puts up a 3. They get it again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Well, to me, the size of Sabonis creates problems for the defense. You cannot be careless in how you guard this guy.
And Doris for the Pacers with Miles Turner and Domantas Sabonis. 2 talented young big men. Does that make it a log jam at that center position?
I don't think on the offensive end there's a problem. Both can space the floor with their shooting. Sabonis is an exceptional passer. I think the challenge is on the defensive end. And the reason being, both are exceptional defending close to the cup.
Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Hill. Inside, Sabonis, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Well, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. Jerome passes to Bitadze. Here's Sabonis. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Mercer. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Jerome passes to Bitadze. The shot off that time.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Sumner passes to Bitadze. Leaf. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The first one falls.
At the line for the Pacers, TJ.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. No good from Mercer.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Wright Foreman, covered by Winslow. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly...
Oh, that was something else!
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Jerome passes to Bitadze. Over Wilson. Bitadze can't hit.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Mercer, and another one falls. Amazing. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Jerome, and the Pacers another 3.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Fades back again, Indiana.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Lopez. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Beast.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now the pass to Leaf. Puts it up. It's rebounded by Mercer. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Good, nice play there for Mercer.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jerome passes to Sumner. Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And for Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Everybody starts as a kid, pure heart, then they turn to him. Mama, all that you know is traumatized, freedom jeopardized. He just wanna win. What's a smile when he ain't trying to go in? 5 years later, all that is just a flashback, digital dash. He used to run with it. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. Go on a run after. They tryna. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. He used to run with it. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. Well, the feelings inside. I'm feeling the feed. I'm feeling the streets.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our post-game interview.
Hey, Shaq here. Not many guys in the league are triple-double threats, but you put one up tonight, boy. Woo-wee. Is there more where that came from?
You know I'm no Westbrook. That's just how it went down, you know. We came in looking to play the right way. I thought we were in sync most of the game, but as far as more triple-doubles for me, I don't think so, man. We've got a lot more talent on this roster. Tonight was my night, but the next night will belong to someone else, you dig?
Stop being so modest.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is. This is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.
I'm all for uniform ads. I mean, who cares?
I care, Hank. It makes the unis less fresh.
No. Strong disagree. And look, this is a commercial enterprise. It's not some pickup game, right? Almost every commercial enterprise has ads. There are ads during the TV shows, there are ads before the movies, there are ads on web pages and bus stops and elevator televisions. It's everywhere, right? It is what it is. Okay? And these ads don't interrupt the flow of the game, so who cares?